to provide everybody the evolution of this Ariel Pink story. Gavin's what would it be, fallen hero, I guess. From fucking Gavin loved Ariel Pink, guys. And he's found an ally in who other than Tucker Carlson. So I thought this was so funny when I saw this on Consequence of Sound, because if part of my media diet is just every single morning, like I open 10 tabs and one of them is Consequence of Sound, and I read all their headlines and stories that I wanted to. And I was like, of course this fucking happened. Like, do you have a commentary on this?
Yeah, one sec. Let me pull it up. And yeah, we can play a little bit of this interview too, because I just thought it was funny. Again, yeah, Ariel Pink, one of my previously favorite artists. I've spent so many hours listening to this dude's albums. His music was so dank, but now the party has come to an end because he's cohorting with Tucker fucking Carlson. And I don't know, man, because Ariel Pink has always been kind of a provocateur. And, I've said in the past that he's, this isn't the first time he's done something cringy. Yeah. But here it's just like, bro, you're just playing the victim, and it's pathetic. Like, he's on this Tucker Carlson interview, and it's just not like, it's just
he looks like he's about to burst into tears.
Yeah, straight up. And it's like, who is this? Like, the Ariel Pink that I thought I knew, not that I obviously ever knew him, but he seemed like so anti-establishment, so just willing to shake things up and be the bad boy. And just to see him like hanging out with these right-wing losers on the Boomer Network, like, what are you doing, man? And again, as we've pointed out so many times, it's not like Trump supporters are big Ariel Pink fans.
There's never been a Trump supporter ever to buy an Ariel Pink record until maybe after this shit happened.
Yeah.
But I think this goes back to like expands into like a broader point where like it's always super cringy when people who want to be edgy and think they're being edgy fall into like right wing kind of like subculture, because it's like literally the least edgy thing you can do is like perpetuate the like.
Yeah, 100%. And again, it's not like based on any actual virtuous, righteous indignation. It's all just kind of this weird, like, regurgitation of dumb
white supremacy, like.
Yeah, and something else that I thought was hilarious, that I didn't even know about this. Again, Ariel Pink has actually apparently done some more cringy shit that I wasn't even aware of. But I thought this was funny because at one point he said. He said something about how like Jewish people that are like outward about it, that are very, like they lean into their, here it is. When asked if he celebrated Hanukkah, he explained that he did not, except for his parents invited him to. And then in 2010, he remarked that people that boast of their Jewish pride are fucking stupid, which I thought was interesting given the fact that throughout this entire interview, he's wearing like a Star of David necklace. So it's like, what? All right, now that you want to be the victim, now you're going to lean into your Jewish heritage. But like 10 years ago, you were like talking shit on people for leaning into their Jewish heritage. So again, it's just one of these kind of infuriating and really like, it's just kind of a character thing to me. It's like, what do you mean? Like, fuck off. So we can listen to a little bit of this interview.
Yeah, I mean, it's very like on brand for Tucker to find somebody who he thinks would be like, oh, look at this person who you would think is a real hippie. That's like, no, I hate the lefties.
Yeah, exactly. So here we can watch some of this. Maybe we can get to like 3 minutes or something. I'm not dedicated, but we can respond to what Mr. Pink has to say.
Artists do transgressive things. You did the most transgressive thing. You came out as a public Trump supporter.
The most transgressive thing.
Rally. What happened next?
I went to the White House to see our president, and went to the hotel, took a nap. End of story.
When did you find out that your career had been destroyed?
Well, about 2 days later. By that point.
Also, I made a joke on Twitter. I was like, Ariel Pink should just start releasing his music on Substack. Isn't that like the move now? After you get canceled or whatever? Like, come on, man. Just because your record label dropped you doesn't mean there's no avenue of fucking profit. Come on.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he used to release his shit on, I think, like back in the early 2000s. Like, come on, dude, you're gonna be fine. You're not.
I guess people can't hear when we're playing the clip. We don't have to keep listening to the clip. I just
really?
Yeah,
that's fair. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, and I was turned up to the max. So you guys can find that clip if you want. There's a Consequence of Sound article among others that
Yeah,
show it.
basically all he said was that he went to go see our president and he went back to the hotel and that was it. And Tucker was like, when did you find out that your career had been destroyed? You know, very Tucker Carlson. And then we cut out because we were like, all right, this is pointless to keep listening to. Fuck.
And to be fair to Ariel Pink, you know, for what it's worth, he was not one of the people literally storming the Capitol. He's not like he was chilling on Nancy Pelosi's desk or whatever. He claims he left the rally before it ever got violent, and then he took a nap and then woke up and then all the shit was going down. And again, it's not like Zach and I, you know, like playing the role of the censor, and it's not like I'm very comfortable with that in the first place. But it's also just lame to see him, you know, playing.
Yeah, no, fuck this guy. I don't care what happens to him, and it's, you know, but it's like when you know, like I mean, I don't think that he has to be censored, but I also don't care that Mexican Summer kicked him off their label because, you know, if this dude wants to cry about like how we're losing capitalism to the like socialist agenda, guess what's hardcore capitalism? Getting kicked off your fucking label because they don't like you anymore. So, you know, cry me a river, Ariel.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some like, you know, right wing or like conservative music label out there. It's not like Mexican Summer is the only
he's gonna start
music label
performing at the Country Music Awards. You know, it'll be a Ariel Pink and Brad Paisley. I have a cow and a tractor. You know,
yeah,
my career was over.
It's definitely interesting to see this go down. Yeah, exactly. We'll see if he can make a career shift or if he'll just drop off the map entirely. I'm definitely interested to see what happens. He's definitely an interesting character, but again, I'm just mostly just super disappointed that, you know, someone I thought was a real G turned out to be you know,
opposite of a real G.
I feel like a parent whose child has fallen in with the wrong crowd, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, no, those are not the right people to hang out with. Like, please, like, no, you're too young. You don't know what you're doing. But then I have to remember he's like as old as my fucking dad, essentially. So I'm like, whoa, like how am I like what? So I don't know, man. Especially, and this is more proof, you know, that not everyone that was at this rally or riot or whatever you want to call it was just like a working class tractor driving, you know, middle of America type of guy. Like Ariel Pink is a millionaire. He's doing fine, which again makes it even cringier that he's like, I've been canceled and I'm a victim. It's like, dude, people weren't even fucking talking about you like a year ago. Now people are like talking about you again. This is probably what you wanted to happen. So this might be our last Ariel Pink segment, guys. I know we've gotten a little bit hung up on the
Ariel Pink saga.
Yeah, this is just the Ariel Pink news channel now, but I even wore my pink jacket in honor. But yeah, I guess that concludes our Ariel Pink segment.
Yeah, our entertainment hour with the Vanguard. Now we'll talk about the shit that we're actually like fucking supposed to.